Yeah, I keep it rolling like Sonic. Though my death they disgrace and dishonor. While I rip the core from your vice, you speak of the ignorance, but not as to contradict it, a product of this dim light. Like they saw sun just to dismiss the concept of light that shed on all of them. But as I fill it with the pain and the sorrows, that age of vacant persona that gives you courage to strengthen the roots and the marrow that rips flesh like a strong tooth. Cause fake was real and real was as fake as they understood. Plus it was easy to follow for the contusion. Reopen the wounds just to speak unbothered without a lick of wit. They could admit I knew the stars like Apollo. They wallow in past steps and get mad at the surpassing of his excellence as the push forward, as they pay the bliss of tomorrow. But from a yoke to a winged flight was the first lesson, searching from a curse to reckon with and cure the future in a second less. I was planted in a richer soil and flaunt with false positives as if they could remain positive or anything at all. A metamorphic chamber sit inside a course of anguish, intensify the pain I restore and then haunt it out until tomorrow, as they acknowledge the life that they play what wasn't made for this world. They couldn't free the speech and the taste of this defeat. What we were to teach the peace, the carnage left a scar with everything that is. I was born, I got no time for the drama, as I have enough pain that lives in the heart. Like what the mind is cursed to endure, because the truth is honest. To change the stars to these craters from comets, but like a scar you couldn't start a heal unless you commit to the process. Reaping your soul was the product, and signing on the dot it was so they could take from your pockets, leaking out of the margin as your only feature was never an honest way to a promise in the way of the aimless. But I became the target, teased and tested on how it feels to be free. Matters less than who started it. Premature defects singing through this massacre. Like the storm was a solace, they still do not know none of these pills I swallow. But with the truth I progress as the shallow deepens and I fall from the bottom. They all couldn't follow as I surpass the average skills it takes to wallow in these hollow echoes. I used to reflect what's ringing in my chest bones. I choose to deny and defy what it seems as a listener to say what they really wanted to mean. As the skin solidifies what I'm able to keep, as the truth couldn't be a lie unless it's harder to see. As I lessen my focus to be able to breathe, playing with life like a toy with addiction to the riddles of mind and unravel a king, fulfilling the freedom like I was given to able me. This is valid impeachment, I reflected in my eyes like they have forever saw the lies for what lies ahead. If I had not a clue, but the sound that carries through the walls and feel the hollowness of their neglect to their brain and the skull. I would cook but I like it raw, I guess they couldn't stomach anything that got me to prepare it all. But as I digest and spit heat like elements in this dome, like I'm cooking the dopamine and force myself into further starving the rarest moment. I burnt them to a crisp and watched the plastic barely holding together. Sense for applause as I foresee like an omen. Barely need anything at all to see a glimpse of how I draw the heart of Aries, where they been known to carry the wings to fly far. I was made for this like Relin fixed to the substance they couldn't fix in a stall, as they overdose or comatose cause they only know how to coax these people who don't know how to cope. Crying hype on this masterpiece with the fake shit they wrote, cause it takes more than one face to make a joke. If I wasn't worth what I speak, they could only claim to be a product of nothing. But negatives don't exist like what they speak. They claims a summit but couldn't submit anything that is above this. Hook 'em on these adrenaline lines so to get agitated. All you speak is fable, to act like you couldn't even taste. Let's take it at your own pace, but make sure to take rest, cause these rhymes won't copy and paste. As they take purity and great steps, cure the care of the care to cure, make worse of the impaired just to share my world. These words were the extension of a great sword, chasing freedom without a reason to fly, break through the storm. The first blood raised the diet of the fly and the worm, so think nothing of the swarm, just think of it like they can die so sure. I get hungry with the hyenas, howl like the wolves when the full moon hits, cause we on one. The birds flock, a smart shopper as their invitation to dabble in all right, so stuffed in their wallets, on its fist and connect a hit like the promise of karma. Life is a puzzle, you learn what fits when you got one. Time destroys more than it creates, so I leave profit in these commas. Positives what on my face that made me comma.